Dear friends, good afternoon. I'm glad to see you again on my channel. In this video, I'd like to go over 3 indicators with you: RSI, stochastic, and MACD, and also show how to use them in trading. Let's not waste any time and get straight to the point. To add indicators to the chart, we need to go to the Indicators tab. Since we're working with 3 indicators, so I add the RSI one by one. Next I add the stochastic. Here it is. And I also add the MACD. I've made a series of videos about each of these indicators, so I won't dwell on them too much, but let me briefly explain. RSI is my favorite indicator. Now I'll highlight it so it's easier for you to see. RSI is my favorite indicator. When you need to determine whether the market is overheated or not, if it's above 70, it means the price is already sky high. We look right here. The price is already high, and it's time to expect a pullback from this level. If we see that the RSI is oversold below this 30 line, the chances for growth increase sharply. Accordingly, we enter a buy position. Now friends, the next indicator is the stochastic. The stochastic is like a thermometer for the price. It shows us where we are right now, at the top or bottom of the range over the past few days. If the line is above 80, the market is overbought. Below 20, it's oversold. We absolutely must pay attention to the K period line and the D period line. That is, the blue line is the K period line and the yellow one is the D period line. We watch how the K period line crosses the D period line. We focus on this, and based on it we also build our trading hypotheses. And the third indicator is the MACD indicator. This is my favorite tool for catching trends. It consists of 2 lines and a histogram. When the fast line, this green one here, which is the MACD line, crosses the red signal line, it is often a signal for growth. If accordingly it crosses from below upwards, like for example in this area, or if we see it crossing from above downwards, like in this area, and the histogram shows us a strong trend, then this is a reason to enter a sell position. In short, in a nutshell, this is how these indicators work. Now friends, let's look at some trading options. Yes, I forgot to mention that, as you saw, I didn't adjust these indicators at all. Why did I do that? In other videos, we set everything up in detail together. I did this so you wouldn't get confused, because different indicators and different lines can be misleading. The simpler the better in this case. So friends, let's move on to trading now. Dear friends, on our screen we have the currency pair ED-CNY. Let's take a look at it. And here we can clearly observe that the Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is currently indicating to us significantly oversold, actually more precisely overbought market conditions. The oscillator's K period crosses above the D period, and we can also see the MACD rising toward the 0 line, but in this case that doesn't tell us anything, so we can ignore it. 2 indicators are enough for us. And from this zone, I expect a move downward. We can also see that we're hitting a resistance zone. So I'm happy to take a sell here for $150, 1 minute sell. Let's look at some other trades while we wait for the expiration. Let's check out other trading setups. There's a decent situation on this same asset in the over-the-counter market. We can also see an upcoming MACD line crossover. We can see that the K period oscillator is crossing above the D period, and we also see the RSI bouncing off the lower zone, so I think we're going to see an upward move here. We're also hitting a certain support line here, so I'm taking this asset for a buy. $150, expiration, 1 minute. Enter the buy position. And for now, let's watch. Not a bad situation here. I'll also enter a buy position. Let's look at the first trade. The first trade closes at a loss. There's nothing scary about that. This is trading. No one gives us any guarantees here. So we calmly continue trading. A decent asset for selling. Let's take a look. Let's start with what we have here. We've hit a resistance zone. Next, we can see that the RSI is showing resistance and the oscillator is crossing from top to bottom. And in this case, we'll just ignore the MACD. 2 indicators are enough for us. So in this case, I'm entering a sell position. And let's get back to the second trade. Great job. The trade went through. Let's move on to the third trade. It also closed in profit. Excellent. And let's get back to the fourth trade. Let's see how things are going here. I think here as well, we confidently took two significant trades, each valued at $150. The initial trade, which was the first of these two, went through successfully, resulting in a positive gain of $286. And let's wait for the very last trade. Let's see what happens now. We can also see that our position is closing in profit, plus $286. So friends, we opened 5 trades and 4 of them closed in profit, with the first one closing at a loss. It's nothing to worry about. Over the long run, we'll still end up with a good profit. So friends, that's how these indicators work. In the description and in the comments to this video, I'll leave a link to my Telegram channel. There you'll find all the settings for these indicators, my trading setups, and lots of other useful information. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye, everyone.